Girls have no respect for Timmy. He's getting ready to go out for a first date. He shows up early, he sat at the table, but there's a problem. 5 minutes pass. 10 minutes pass, 40 minutes pass, and she's still not here. Finally, she shows up late to the date, smiling and giggling like nothing's happened. Aren't you gonna say something, Timmy? She's taking advantage of you. That's not really cool. Worst of all, she goes on her phone, talks about other guys that she's into, but Timmy just sits there like a good little boy and says nothing about it. 2 weeks later, Timmy is walking through the park when he sees she's with someone else. Oh, I didn't even like her that much anyways. I bet that guy's a loser. Who is this man, you may ask? Alexander. Girls don't take advantage of Alexander. He has standards. He expects the absolute best from women. He leads with respect towards others. And because Alexander respects himself and he respects others, women respect him. Be like Alexander, not like Timmy. So why do girls not respect you? This is a lesson that I had to learn the hard way through many of my own mistakes. So the whole point of this video is so I can explain why you're going through this problem, how I learned from it, so you don't have to go through the same issues. So about 3 years ago, I was dating this one girl and we were going to one of her friends' baby showers. So I was sat there. I'm like the only dude, by the way. It's like literally me, her, and a bunch of her other girlfriends. So they're all talking, chatting a bit, and I'm just kind of more observing, just kind of being quiet, but I'm being present, not really saying much, when out of nowhere, one of the girls asks me, oh, what do you do? Like, do you have any hobbies? And I go, oh yeah, I play football. And then who's my ex-girlfriend now, but was my girlfriend at the time, looks at her and goes, oh yeah, but he doesn't really actually play that much. He's just, a bench warmer. And they all start laughing and giggling at it and thinking it's funny. But to be honest, fair enough, it was kind of funny, but it did hurt me a little bit in the moment. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to be, the center of negative attention. You don't want to be with a girl who's bringing a bad word to your name. That's just not what you want as a young man. And honestly, that moment just really sucked. But to be honest, this whole thing could have just been avoided if I knew exactly what to do beforehand, if I knew the lessons that I know now. So here are 4 key lessons I learned about why women don't respect you and how you can make this change. Because now I have a girlfriend, I'm in a great relationship, and everything is going very well, so I believe that I've learned a lot about this. Step number 1, you gotta be willing to stand up for yourself. This is the first area where I messed up. She made a condescending joke about me that I didn't really like, but the whole time, I just never said anything about it. I just sat there quietly, all because, I don't want to make things awkward. Oh, I don't want to be rude. Because I thought that was the best thing to do. But what I did not understand at the time is that as a man, you have to have respect for yourself. Because if you don't respect yourself, then other people are not going to respect you. And if you keep tolerating disrespect in your life, not saying anything about it, not doing anything about it, still dealing with those people and that type of behavior, the world is going to continue to give it to you. But if you set a high standard and you don't accept anything less, people are going to give you more respect. They're going to treat you that way. So what exactly does this look like? Well, if a girl is being disrespectful towards you, you have to be okay with calling her out about it, just like you would with your friends. So a lot of guys, they don't do this because they're so worried about the outcome. They're so worried about, her not liking them back. So what does this look like? What do you have to do to stand up for yourself? Well, what I'm not saying you should do is to get angry, to get rude, to yell at her, because all that does is just make everything worse. So what you want to do is you want to stand up for yourself, but you want to do it in a calm and respectful way. Hey, I didn't appreciate how you said that, so I'm going to give you a chance to rephrase that. I'm going to give you a chance to apologize. And when you do this, people are typically going to have 2 different types of responses. If they're a good, high-quality partner, they respect you, they're going to say, I'm so sorry, I messed up, that wasn't right of me, I shouldn't have said that, I'm sorry, I apologize. Now, if they aren't a great partner, what they'll do is they'll say, oh, it wasn't even that big of a deal. Oh, you're making a big deal out of it. Oh, I didn't really mean that. You need to stop being so insecure. And if a girl is gaslighting you, saying that, oh, yeah, you're insecure, that's a huge red flag. Because at the end of the day, what we all have to realize is that we're not perfect. We're humans. We're going to make mistakes in our own lives. But we have to know when we mess up, and we have to know how to correct them. A partner who is so egotistical, who can't even admit to their mistakes will never make a good partner, because when they're going to disrespect you, they're not going to learn from it, and they're going to keep treating you the same way. So you can look at this as kind of a test. If a girl disrespects you and you call her out on it in a respectful way, and she freaks out, she starts gaslighting you, that's your sign to probably walk away. And by the way, if you're struggling with dating, attracting women, and you want my personal help, the link to my coaching program will be in the description, and I'd love to help you out. So yeah, go give that a look if that interests you. Now, step number 2, you have to be willing to set boundaries. When you are beginning a relationship, you need to demonstrate healthy leadership from very early on as a man. And you do this by setting and enforcing healthy boundaries. So what exactly does this look like? Well, I'm not saying to be controlling. Oh, you can't go do this. Oh, you can't talk to this person. Oh, you can't go out and do this. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you both state your expectations, what you want out of a partner, and then you both agree on that. Hey, I'm not going to be talking to other girls, so I don't want you to be talking to other guys. Or, hey, I'm not going to go out drinking with my single friends all the time, so I expect that same treatment from you. But here's what I will say. If you feel like you have to enforce a bunch of different boundaries and you always have to be, explaining why you don't want a girl to do something, that's probably just a good sign that it's not the right partner. Because at the end of the day, to have a healthy long-term relationship, you should be on the same page about a lot of these things. Like, if you're a guy who's working hard, going to the gym, improving himself, you probably shouldn't be dating a girl who's going out to the club 3 times a week. It's probably just not a good match. The best situation you can possibly be in is with a partner where you guys have similar expectations. I expect this out of her, but I don't have to enforce that because she's already doing it. Like, if you're talking to a girl and she talks to a bunch of other guys, she goes out and parties all the time, the harsh truth is that she's probably just not a great long-term relationship partner. And that's a bit controversial to say, but it's just the truth. Because at the end of the day, you should never feel like you have to change someone. They're going to be the way that they are. So what you have to be willing to do is either accepting somebody for who they are or finding somebody who already fits what you're looking for. So yes, setting boundaries is important. Communicating what you need out of somebody and how you guys are going to proceed in the relationship, that's all very important, and you should still do it. But if you find that like you're on one spectrum of something, like, oh, like you're being loyal, you're not going out and partying all the time, but you're talking to a girl who like is in a sorority and goes out eight times a week, just probably not a good natural match. So that's my advice with that. Now, step number 3, you have to be willing to walk away. If somebody is disrespecting you, if they're crossing your boundaries, they're not treating you well. Think about if a friend disrespected you. If you were hanging out with friends who didn't treat you well, would you keep hanging out with them? Fuck no. Why would you hang out with friends who don't value you, who don't treat you the way that you want to be treated? But so many guys will stick in relationships with women who disrespect them just because, like, they get to have a little bit of fun. They get to have a relationship partner. But my stance on that is that you should expect a woman to treat you with respect, like you should treat her with respect. It goes both ways. And if you're not getting treated that way, you need to be willing to walk away. Now, what does this look like? Well, I'm not saying to leave somebody the first time they do something wrong to you. Oh, yeah, you said that, I'm leaving you immediately. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you need to be in the mindset where if they aren't going to treat me the way that I want to be treated, I'll walk away. I'll leave the scenario, right? Say, hey, I like hanging out with you. I think we're having a great time, but I don't appreciate the way that you're treating me. And if you continue to treat me this way, I'm going to want to exit this situation. So it's not threatening someone to leave them every single time they mess something up, because that's controlling, manipulative, and not great. But it's having the mindset that if you are being mistreated, you will leave things and walk away. Now, step number 4, and this is one of the most important. You have to lead with respect. So many men will complain about, why don't women respect me? Why don't women want to be with me? But what are they doing? Do they treat others with respect? A lot of times, no. How could you expect a girl to respect you if you don't respect her? If you're yelling at her, getting angry at her, being a bad partner, not treating her well, never taking her out on dates, why would she respect you? She has no reason to. So it starts with being a leader as a man. setting the tone for your relationship, being the type of partner that you would want. And then if you're being respectful, you're being a good person, and she still disrespects you, that's just a sign that she's not the right girl. But if she's disrespecting you, but you're also disrespecting her, that's your fault, bro. You got to take accountability for that. You can't always blame outward circumstances. Oh, women don't respect me. Well, bro, you don't respect yourself. You don't take care of yourself. Be a man who respects himself. Take care of yourself. Go to the gym. Be improving yourself. Be leveling up. Be a man who's on the right path. And if you do that, you'll find a girl who respects you for who you are. But if you don't respect yourself, you don't respect others, other people won't treat you with respect. So that's why it all starts with you being a leader. And then from there, choosing the type of people that you let into your life. Not letting people into your life who disrespect you. Not letting people into your life who take advantage of you. Because are there bad women? Are there bad friends? Of course there are. But you have to set the standard and you have to know what you're looking for and not talk to people who don't fit that standard. Be okay with walking away. But if you lead with respect, you treat others the way that you want people to treat you, you're that best version of yourself, people will respect you because you get back what you put into the world. You receive the type of energy that you give to other people. So it's all about being your best self, setting boundaries, knowing what you're looking for, and then setting that as the standard. And if you do all of those things, I guarantee you, you will be much more respected by other men, by women, by people in general. So it all starts with those things. But if you found this video helped you, be sure to click the like and subscribe button so more young men can see videos like these and improve their lives. I'll see you for the next video, bro.